as you guys can see, tomorrow is the day. PSG, Arsenal in Budapest, and it is an absolutely insane game. Now, we know, I made a video a few weeks ago when we officially made the final, and I previewed this game early on because at the time, different injuries, obviously we hadn't won the league yet, and I was saying that's our focus. We've now won the Premier League. Paris Saint-Germain have won the Ligue 1 as always. And yeah, in the league phase, I mean, PSG do what they always do. They start the season quite slow, and they finished 11th, so they had to go into the playoffs, which they got through. And Arsenal finished top of the league phase, unbeaten, which was absolutely incredible. But as you guys know, it doesn't matter when you get to the knockout stage. And if you look at, obviously, Arsenal and their recent games in the Champions League, we had a favourable run. Let's put it that way. But guys saying, oh, Arsenal have played easy teams, they've bought their way to the final. We earned that by finishing first in the Champions League. So that's the reason why PSG had harder games. Now, obviously, we got lucky with the side of the draw we were on. But, yeah, luck has to be on your side sometimes. And as you guys can see, we had Leverkusen that we beat 3-1 on aggregate. We had Sporting 1-0 aggregate. And Atletico Madrid 2-1 on aggregate. So very tight games. Very controlled performances, I'd say. Not the best attacking displays by any means, but we got the job done. Defensively was superb and flawless in a lot of these games. And with PSG, it's totally different. I mean, if you look at PSG's Champions League run, they've had a crazy run. Like, they had to play Monaco in to make it to the knockouts, and that was a playoff game, and they barely made it, guys. If you remember, this was when PSG, even in Feb times, there were injuries to guys like Dembele. But they scraped through and were very lucky, actually. Monaco gave it a decent fight, but then they obliterated Chelsea, they battered Liverpool, and they got through against Bayern very impressively in one of the best two-legged ties I've ever seen in my life. Let's put it that way. I mean, especially that first leg. That was absolutely incredible. 9-goal thriller, and you saw the strength of their attack on full display. And to be fair, in the league, Lyon gave it a good go. It was a title race, but PSG edged it. And the thing is with PSG, ahead of this game, their match fitness is going to be, in terms of like rest, they're going to be way better off, because a lot of their players, like Dembele, for example, got player of the season. You know how much I love Dembele, guys. I've had to take down my PSG stuff in my room because I like PSG, a lot of the kits and stuff. But I really like Dembele, man. He's always been one of my favourite players. And to see him, what he's gone on to do at PSG, it's not surprising with the talent, but I really respect it. But he started like 9 league games this season and he got player of the season, which is a bit mad. But obviously he is the best player in that league, let's be real. And he has played literally like 1,000 minutes, I believe. It's absolutely mad. And you're looking at guys like Declan Rice. They've played over 3,000 minutes. Like, the minutes in the legs of Arsenal players are so much more than the PSG players. The most minutes for a PSG player, I believe, is Zaire Emery. And, yeah, he's obviously not normally a starter if Ruiz is fully fit. But he's a very good talent. But if you're looking at the two lineups, I mean, PSG are the favourites, for sure. They've won the Champions League last season. They want to do a double, and that would be historic. But they are the favourites because of that, winning the Champions League. They beat us over 2 legs last season. But people tend to forget we actually played very well. And I think if it wasn't for Donnarumma, it could have easily gone our way, guys. We were excellent in those 2 legs. It was just the moments that PSG capitalised on. We didn't have the attacking quality. We had injuries to Gabriel. We didn't have the same attack. It wasn't the same. And Mourinho obviously up front. But Mourinho was doing bits, to be fair to him. And if you're looking at the predicted lineups, do I think PSG and Arsenal will start with these lineups? I think they're probably quite accurate if you're looking at previous games. I mean, with us, Timber's been out for a while now. I mean, 6 to 8 weeks he's been out, I believe. Hasn't played. And he is back. He is back. But will he be match fit enough to start the Champions League final? I pray, but I'm not sure, guys. So Mosquera's probably the most likely starter as it stands, but we're going to see how that develops. Now, Rice and Skelly has worked an absolute treat in the Premier League, and it's won us the title. Switching from Zubamendi to Skelly has really tweaked. Not that Zubamendi's not a good player, but Skelly, the ability he has to drive forward, to fizz the passes in, risky passes, incredible. And if I was Arteta, I'd start Rice and Skelly as well. I mean, Skelly's done it on the biggest stage, guys. People forget last season he played against PSG in both legs, or was it one leg? But he was at left back as well, not even his natural position, and he had a pretty good 2 legs. Apart from the second leg where he looked a bit shaky, but Real Madrid he bossed it at the Bernabeu and at home. He was flawless. So I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it at all. And Calafiori, the unicorn at left back, I just think the threat he has going forward, especially if Mosquera's playing, who doesn't have that, it would make up for it. And as good as Hincapié is, I think to go for a game, it's a one-off game as well. Calafiori is probably the better option. Gabriel Saliba Raya, as always. And in the midfield and attack, it's very interesting because Saka's obviously going to play on the right with Trossard on the left. Odegaard or Eze, guys? What do you guys think? Because when we played PSG over 2 legs last season, Odegaard started both games and he was very good. Like, he is the tempo setter. He's the kind of, I wouldn't say controller. He's not Vitinha, if you know what I mean. But he is the controller in terms of building up, like the passing and stuff. I just think Eze has that individual brilliance to win us a game with those shots. But maybe Arteta starts Odegaard. I wouldn't be too against it. Start Odegaard and then bring Eze on if it's not working. Because Eze has that impact off the bench where he can just bang on from 30 yards. So I'm not too sure, guys. It's interesting. I mean, Eze, they've kind of both been rotating. But you see Odegaard, when he came into his own at the end of the season, he was excellent off the bench against West Ham. Won us the game. And he's shown up in big moments towards the end of the season. So as the captain, if he is fully fit, I'd probably expect him to just edge it over Eze. And I'm not too mad at that. Now, with Gyökeres or Havertz, in my opinion, guys, I think with... Ooh, this is a tough one, guys. I mean, we've seen Havertz in the big games like Burnley, for example, Man City as well. I think the game suits Havertz better than Gyökeres because I think Pacho and Marquinhos, they would love a physical matchup. They're very physical centre-backs. They're going to be touch tight to Gyökeres, and I don't think he'll be able to do what he did against Atletico Madrid and bully the centre-backs as much. They're quite imposing. So, me personally, I'd go with Havertz up front if he's fully fit here. But the thing is with that, then you're looking at it, and would it be better with Eze and Havertz? Or Odegaard and Gyökeres? Odegaard and Havertz, we haven't really seen it too much. I'm not too sure if that works as well. So, I think kind of both need to work out, but we saw against City, it was Eze and Havertz, and it actually worked really well. Not necessarily those two together, but in the setup, it was nice. It flowed very well, and we got quite unlucky when we lost to City 2-1 back in April. So I think Havertz and Odegaard isn't a bad shout for this final game. But let me know what you guys think. I think benching Eze is a bit of a massive call, but if Arteta really thinks that Odegaard's going to work better in a one-off final game, I'm not against it, guys. I'm just praying we get that win. And looking at the grand scheme of things, you're looking at PSG, superstars all over the pitch. You got the midfield three, Vitinha, Ruiz, Neves. Ruiz hasn't played too much, but he is quality when he starts. Mendes and Hakimi on the fullbacks, sensational. The best pairing in the world. Pacho's really come into his own this season. He looks like world-class centre-back. Marquinhos is obviously a leader. Like, he's been there for so long. And he's already won the Champions League. So he's a great captain. And this front three is just terrifying. Kvaratskhelia, Dembele, Doué. The most fluid attacking front three in the world. And Kvara's having a Ronaldo-esque Champions League. Scoring in every single big game. So it's going to be very difficult. But if you're looking at our defence, it's the best in the world. So it's a very good matchup. And I'm confident in Gabriel and Saliba. And obviously Raya, Calafiori, Mosquera. But particularly Gabriel and Saliba and Raya. To do really well in this game. So when it comes to the lineups though, the thing that I have been seeing is the inquiries about Timber and Hakimi and Dembele, because they've also been injured recently. Now, Hand of Arsenal, very reliable Arsenal account, has confirmed that Timber did complete first team training 2 days ago. And he's obviously flown to Budapest with the rest of the squad. The final call is going to be made. It was made yesterday, and we haven't seen, obviously, it leaked whether he's going to start or not, because that doesn't really get out. But yeah, a lot of it is just bogus reporting. But we've seen pictures of Timber training, and this is very encouraging. A few weeks ago, he could barely walk. It was when we beat Atleti, I believe, and he was like running to celebrate with the fans, and he looked like he could not run to save his life. He's had a very big setback. So it'll be interesting. I really pray he's fit enough to start, but if he's not, he's obviously not going to be risked. But I just think even if he's not 100%, just start him, because we've seen Timber versus Kvara in last year's games, the 2 legs. Not that Kvara wasn't good; he got the assist for Dembele's got the Emirates, but Timber did very well against him. It was very well matched. And I just think Mosquera v Kvara, you're going to massively favour Kvara, because Mosquera, as good as he's done filling in at right back, he's not a natural right back. He's very tall. He's a centre back. So the agility and stuff, it's going to be really tested against a 2-footed demon like Kvara. So in the PSG squad, we've obviously seen Hakimi and Dembele make it, because they did have injuries recently. Now Hakimi is expected to be back, which he is. He's going to the final. And Dembele has confirmed he will be fit, because he had a little scare against Paris FC, and Hakimi was a few weeks ago against Bayern, where I thought he tore a hamstring, which would have been really bad, but I think it was less serious than that. It was a strain, I believe. So I think both of them will make it, but a lot of reports apparently from L'Equipe has said that Hakimi's not fully fit. I don't know whether to believe this. L'Equipe kind of report everything, so this is not tier 1. Fabrizio's tier 1. So I expect them both to start, but maybe Hakimi's not fit to start like Timber, and Zaire Emery goes at right back, which we saw Luis Diaz get the better of him. But Zaire Emery's played half the season at right back. Very talented teenager, so it's not a bad option with obviously Ruiz in the midfield. But it will be interesting to see if Timber and Hakimi are fit enough to start. But Dembele definitely is, so it will be interesting. And obviously Ben White, sadly, got a really bad knee injury, so he is out for the season. Marino was back last game, so I don't know what this is. I hope it's not another injury, but he should be back, I'm pretty sure, unless I'm missing something. And Norgard's a doubt, but he's not going to play anyway. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be a very tight game. It's not going to be anything like last year with Inter just crumbling at the final hurdle. It's the best attack versus best defense. PSG are the favourites. The pressure is actually on PSG as well, because they want to go back-to-back and cement themselves as one of the greats of recent history in the Champions League for sure, and the world. But Arsenal, we've won the Premier League, and that, as I said, it was our bread and butter. That's all I wanted to win. That was our focus. But obviously tomorrow we have the chance to make history, winning the double, which is not easy. Not many teams have done it in the Premier League, and winning the Champions League for the first time in our entire history. In 2006, 20 years ago, we lost. We fell at the final hurdle. Thierry Henry. We lost 2-1 to Barcelona, and I was too young to obviously watch that. But a lot of Arsenal fans are scarred for life from that. So we want to get it over the line this time, and let's hope we can win this. But it's going to be very, very tight. I could see it going both ways, but I'm confident in the boys to get this done, because they seem mentally they're not done. We saw Saliba Rice. As soon as we finished those title celebrations, we were back to training on Tuesday, and we were locked in for this. And they've been preparing for this for over 10 days, I've seen reports. So they know what to expect. They know what to expect. And yeah, man, let's get the job done, man. Let's get the job done. I'm going to go, prediction-wise, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal. I'll edge it to us. It could easily go to extra time and penalties, God forbid. But let's just win. Let's make history, Arsenal. Hey, the hunger's going to be there as well. Like, the hunger edge. If these Arsenal players don't show hunger, I don't know what's going on. Because it's a chance to cement yourself in the Arsenal history book forever. The Premier League's one thing, but the Champions League for Arsenal? Oh my word, the scenes would be incredible. But let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow all my socials. The links are in the description. But it's been Jay Zeno's Ball, and I'm out. Peace out, guys. Take care.